So I just got to my parents' house. What is that angle? So we're here, and the problem with Austin is there's a shortage of Starbucks drive-thrus, so I'm still incredibly under-caffeinated. So I'm gonna have a brain juice really quick. It's all natural, like green tea. This one's caffeine free, but at least it will get me feeling like sharp and focused, which I love this stuff. It's amazing if you haven't tried them and you have like extreme brain fog like I tend to have. Try these, they're amazing. So I'm gonna drink one of those, then I'm gonna take this, not Kid, like a step up from Kid. 2 steps from Kid. Kayla, you're gonna be 16. How does that make you feel? Old. Yeah, it makes me feel old too. Take her to her first college tour. Are you excited?
I'm scared.
Why are you scared? Okay. Why are you scared? Ooh, I like that ring. That's cute. It's a crown. Here, put your finger. Isn't that cute? I love it. Why are you scared?
I don't know. Because I don't want to grow up.
Because you don't want to grow up? Oh, you can just live with me forever. I told you I'm following you wherever you go to college.
No.
That's real. As long as you go to college in California. I look. Okay, we're gonna go inside. We're like 10 minutes early, so we might hang out for a little bit. Registration starts at 9:30. Then they're doing breakfast. Then the tour starts at, oh crap, it's okay, I have another. I have to make sure my brain works at all times, and sometimes it's a struggle. So I have multiple brain juices always.
Good job.
Oh my goodness, it's too early and I have not had enough coffee for this. Like, this is too much. Okay, let's go in here. Maybe they have coffee. They probably don't have vegan creamer though, so I'll have to drink it black. I have to have coffee immediately or someone's gonna die. And also, I just feel like my eyes have been half open like this all day. I feel like they've never fully opened. So I'm gonna have some coffee. Then we're gonna do school shopping part 2. Kayla picked like 3 things so far. Huh? How many?
I got 5 things.
2 of them are socks, Jakayla.
So what?
Exactly. She got 3 things. So we still have a lot of shopping to do, so I need to be fully caffeinated in order to do so. But you're so indecisive. We were in Forever 21 for like an hour and a half.
No more.
Stop, buttocks. Stop, buttocks. Okay. Ooh, yes.
What?
My coffee's done.
That's it?
Oh my gosh. This is the best thing that's happened all day.
Oh, you didn't put all the cream in there?
Mmm. That's a different K-cup. That's from Sarah's coffee this morning.
Oh. Is there something in it?
Grounds.
What's that mean?
The coffee grounds.
Oh.
Oh, Kayla, what did you think of the college?
What? It was fine.
It was fine. We don't think it's going to be where she's going to go, but, well, I don't think. And I'm better at planning her life than she is, so. That's what happens when your sibling's like 13 years older than you. Leftover time. It doesn't look delicious, but it's going to be. Currently at our third store in search of pickles. Like, not regular pickle. The first store only had sliced pickles. The second stores had the other way sliced pickles. And I need a pickle in a bag. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's all that I will accept. So, third store, looking for it. Nicole, come outside. Go potty. Go potty. I just finished my trampoline workout. So I went and got the girls so that they can go potty. Nicole's drinking water out of the hose even though she just had water inside. She's so weird. I'm talking about you. Yeah. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. What? You went up here? Come here. Come here, little chicken. Hi, little chicken. Come here. I want to be you at. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, look at that face. She's so cute. So, I had my workout. I'll tell you guys about it in the car, or I could tell you about it now. Oh, it's a rabbit. I was like, is someone's dog out? Because it looks the size of my dog's, but it's a little rabbit. So I used to go to this workout class in Houston, and it was at a trampoline place, like a, you know, those jump zone or whatever. I can't remember what this specific one was called. But they did a workout class every Thursday. When I would travel for work, you can expense a workout if your gym doesn't have one. I mean, if your hotel doesn't have a gym. So I would expense it, and it's like one of those things you're like burn 1,300 calories in an hour, which is not true, but it was always so fun. So whenever I'm at my parents', if I don't want to do like Beachbody, I'll do that trampoline workout, and it's so much more fun than anything. Plus I love to flip and stuff, so I have this website that I go to for tumbling drills. So I do the tumbling drills, and then after I do the tumbling drills, I do some of the workouts from that class. And it gives you a really good workout. It gets you pretty sweaty. But I'm all showered. I'm going to run to Starbucks because I need caffeine. And then we're going to get started on my hair once my mom gets up and has breakfast. I feel a little bit exhausted after the Great Pickle Hunt last night. Oh my gosh. I need coffee. I can't even talk today. Coffee is my everything. I remember when I used to work at Starbucks. I worked there for like, I guess 3 years while I was in school. So that's kind of a long time. I miss it. I miss like the simplicity of having, not that it's easy. I know it's not easy to work in a service level job, but it was just a different sense of responsibility and a different stress level. And it's so weird. I'm sure all of the adults here will agree, or teenagers that, or like people that have gone from working as a teen to working as an adult. I had no money back then, but it felt like I had so much money, and I felt like I always had more money. But now that I make a lot more money, I feel like I'm always fucking broke. I don't know how that happens. I don't know what's going on with this, like, patch here. It won't stay up. It's gonna be braided soon. Let's not worry about it. But yeah, it's so weird. Like, I don't know why is it like that. I guess the more money you have, the more money you spend, when it really should be the more money you have, the more money you should save. Because money and credit and all those things are important. I have great credit, luckily, but still, I wish I had a bigger savings account. I mean, you can always want a bigger savings account, because ultimately I want Jaquela not to have to pay for college. My grandparents are going to help her, and I'm going to help her, but I did not have that luxury. I had to pay for everything. I had to figure out my own way. If I ever want to go back to school, which I'm not going to go back to school for like school stuff, I want to go take a web design class. There's one other class I was just talking to Sarah about taking too. There's one other class I want to take, but I wouldn't go back to school. Like, having to do homework sounds terrible. I don't know what I'm going to get at Starbucks. I think I might just get a vanilla latte, like a basic. Yeah, with almond milk, iced, of course. I'm catching every single red light. And my parents live in a small town. There's only like 4. And I've caught everyone so far. 2 already. Oh my gosh, so good. Iced venti vanilla latte with quad shot and almond milk. I don't know if I could get any happier. I actually feel really hungry today. This espresso tastes delicious today. Tastes more nutty than normal. That's weird. It's also weird that I know the nuances of espresso. Even though I'll drink like day old coffee, like I really don't even care. I'll drink like crappy coffee. Not really crappy coffee, but day old coffee I will drink for sure. Like out of my French press. Oh, that's really good. They didn't shake my almond milk enough. Which it's fine. You know, almond milk, it separates if you pour it, and if you don't shake it good enough, it doesn't recombine. The look of it grosses me out, but it's fine. I'll drink it. Sometimes if I'm having a bad tummy morning, like one of the mornings where I feel like really nauseous, I'll just dump it. Because I'm just not one of those people that will go inside and be like, remake this. It's just not going to happen. I might even just shake it at home to like combine everything. I'm not one of those people that will do that, especially since I worked at Starbucks for so long. Oh, but it tastes really good. Alright, I gotta get back home. I am not looking forward to sitting in between my mother's legs for 9 hours getting my hair braided today. But it must be done because I am not combing this mess in California. There's no freaking way. So I drove around for just a little bit after I went to Starbucks and looked at some houses that were for sale. Not like looked in them, obviously, just wrote down some addresses for my realtor because I'm really considering buying a house in my parents' town, because I want to move, out of Texas. Who knows if that'll happen, but I want to move out of Texas. But eventually, my parents are getting older. They're still really young. You guys see that and comment on that a lot. But eventually they will be older and I will have to come back and take care of them. So I want to have a piece of property that I can come back to. Of course, there's my grandparents' house that they're leaving to my parents eventually, and my parents' house, but I do want to have a piece of property that I can come back to. So I'm looking at purchasing and then just leasing it while I am away, wherever work and Jesus takes me. So I've been looking into buying some property. This is a good place to buy property where my parents live because it's really getting ready to explode, because they're building like a new entertainment complex and shops and wedding venues, another hotel, things like that. So it's really getting ready to pop here, and house values are going to go up a lot. So maybe there's a lot of metrics, but I won't bore you with that. So that's what I spent the last like 20 minutes doing, looking at houses in different areas that I had seen on Realtor so that I can send them to my realtor. Ideally, I'm buying just on the outskirts of Austin instead of in Austin city limits, but I do like this area. So Mom, has these microwave safe bowls from the Pampered Chef. So I'm just gonna prep my soup in here so that it's really fast whenever I'm ready to have it this afternoon. I have 2 chicken bouillon cubes that I'm gonna use for the base. Then I have a bag of bok choy and some sprouted tofu from Trader Joe's. So I'm just gonna cut this up small. I'm making kind of a big thing because I know Kayla will have some and maybe Mom will have some because they both really like tofu as well. I'm just gonna kind of shred it, you know? And then I'll wash it off because bok choy gets pretty gross. Like so. I don't typically wash my vegetables, to be very, very honest, but bok choy just holds in a lot of dirt, so you do have to wash it off because it's like tons and tons of visible dirt. So I'm gonna wash this off after I finish chopping it all up, and then just put it into this little bowl and cover it with water, since that it'll be a soup, and then cube up my tofu. And then after I cube up the tofu, I'll just add seaweed and green onions, and it'll be a nice little soup, and I think it'll be really yummy. I think Mom has some sesame oil too, so I'll add some sesame oil. That'll be really good. And this looks like a lot of bok choy, but cabbage of any kind or greens of any kind, they really like wilt down. So if you want it to be enough for multiple people, you definitely have to like cook a lot of it because it turns into nothing really, really fast. So I'm just cutting all this up. One more little guy. And you can add any other veggies to this that you want to. This is just what I had left at home. So I brought this. Oh, I had frozen broccoli. I should have brought broccoli, but I forgot. So I'm going to put this into a colander and rinse it off really well. Okay, I have my tofu. I'm not going to do anything to it. I don't really even like press my tofu a lot of the time because I'm lazy. I was going to save half of the block for sandwiches, but then I decided I have a thing of chickpeas, so I'll just use the chickpeas in my sandwich if I want like something more than veggies. But I'm gonna use all the tofu because we're all kind of tofu people, and I want everyone to get enough, and I don't think half a block will be enough for everyone. Oh, maybe it might. There's all the bok choys under there, and then the tofu on top. And then at the end, add the seaweed. I've made a soup sort of like this before. I feel like my soups are usually like Asian inspired. Not Asian for sure. I would like to try to make like a twice baked potato soup, or like I've made that cheddar broccoli soup also, so I lied. But I do want to make like twice baked potato soup because I feel like that would be delicious. What other kind of soups? What are your favorite types of soups? So I'm gonna add hot water to this, and then it'll be ready to go, basically, for whenever Mom lets me take a break. Hi, Nicole! Hi! And there's my mother looking. Look at here, Billy. You look so cute. She looks bad. Will your mommy take you on your camera? See? Oh, dear, see? See, there's Nicole too. Oh, why are you grunting like that? There's Nicole. I'm old, Mommy. I said old baby. No, she's not. Yeah, I'm an old baby. Oh, Nicole. Why are you making all those sounds? I say let it cook for like 15 minutes. Sorry, boob adjust.
Write another man and tell him, look, I'm pregnant, and it's yours, it could be yours. Press a whole lot. She got OJ shaped the face, the jaw, the lips.
My mom's talking about Khloe Kardashian being OJ Simpson's daughter. And so she's showing pictures to Dad of him looking, of Chloe looking like OJ's daughter. My hair's like half done.
OJ's ex-wife and their mother.
Having a quick lunch break.
They partied together, the kids all.
I'm so hungry. So I am home and I'm getting ready to go get some groceries, but not too much, just enough to last for the week. I have some frozen broccoli, I have some tofu in the fridge, so I think I'm just gonna get some sweet potatoes. I have had a lot of you guys send me direct messages and things about Daya being acquired, I guess. Would probably be the technical term for it, and I sent most of you guys the same kind of reaction. I don't care because I don't really buy Daya anyways. I like their like cheese sauce that comes in their macaroni. I know they're releasing that individually now, but when it comes down to it, that would only be if I was really lazy. I make a better cheese sauce myself. So it doesn't affect me greatly, but I did want to mention it in this video just so that you guys that do buy Daya can do your research and decide what you think about the whole situation. I know from vegan to vegan it definitely varies where your baseline is and the companies that you choose to support, and I'm not going to tell you what's right or wrong in this situation. I think that the situation is if I were a Daya consumer, I probably wouldn't continue to purchase it. And I know to some people that may seem hypocritical because there are other companies that have done similar things or even may sell vegetarian and vegan items that I still support. But I think that your choices can be different from company to company, and it can be situational who you decide to support, and that it doesn't have to be consistent straight across the board. I think it's a very personal choice who you decide to support and where you decide to spend your dollar, or how you vote with your dollar, so to speak. So that's all I'm really gonna say about it. I don't currently purchase Daya. I won't purchase Daya. If Daya is the only option for pizza with cheese, I will probably get a cheeseless pizza just because it tastes better that way anyhow. But yeah, on occasion I purchase it if I'm making something, but if there's other option, I pick the other option. So yeah, I'll link a couple of articles if I can find them down below so that you can read up on what I'm talking about, because I don't want to go too much into it in this video. But I didn't want any of you guys, if I didn't respond to your direct message, to think that I was ignoring it. Just make your own decision, make sure it's an informed decision, and stick to your guns. I mean, your decision is your decision, and you know, that's all I have to say. Don't let anyone bully you into making a certain decision. If you think that the company's intentions are honest, then keep supporting them. If you think that their intentions are dishonest and money hungry, then don't support them. But it's kind of a big deal what they did. And even though they are a vegan brand and have stayed fully vegan, I wouldn't consider their products cruelty free. But again, it's up to you. But Daya in the past has said things like our yogurts aren't vegan. Their yogurts still don't say vegan on them because of something or other. I think something with the probiotics, I'm not sure. There's no non-vegan products in them, but they didn't put the vegan flag on them. It's just, companies do what's best for their company in most situations. I think it's just important to do your research on everything and anything that's thrown into your lap. But yes, I will not be purchasing Daya. That's where I stand. And if you do, that's okay. I trust that you did your research. And I think things just get tricky sometimes. Some people say cashews aren't cruelty-free. Palm my camera died, so I had to continue on cell phone, but some people say that almonds aren't cruelty-free, that cashews aren't cruelty-free, because it's a human rights issue, that palm oil isn't cruelty-free, which I agree, but it depends where it's sourced, and I feel trust within some of the companies. So it varies from person to person, from situation to situation, from company to company, from person to person. So that's all I will say about that. But that's all that I have to say about that. I'm gonna go to Randall's, which is really expensive, but I don't want to wait in line at Target or Trader Joe's or H-E-B. So my only two options are Sprouts or Randall's. I think I'm gonna go to Randall's. It's a bit closer. Also, Natural Grocers, but their frozen veggie section is like kind of small. So I think I'm gonna end up going to Randall's for today's needs. I got some barbecue sauce. Sweet Baby Ray's is what I always buy. These Chloe's Pops, because you know who you are. You showed them on Instagram, and then I saw them randomly at Randall's, which I've never seen them ever in my life. And I feel like they're going to be like, what are those fudge poppy things? Fudgesicles, but vegan. They have like bananas and dark chocolate, so I'll let you know how that goes. A little thing of creamer, since I'm going to be gone for a week. I didn't want to buy a big thing. Some basmati rice, the only rice in my opinion, and 2 things of tofu. I have 2 other things in the fridge. This will get me through the week. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 things of frozen broccoli. I actually already have 2 in the freezer, but if you used your Randall's card, you got them for 88 cents instead of $1.19 if you bought 4 or more. So I just bought 4 so that I would get them for 88 cents, and frozen broccoli doesn't go bad, so you might as well get the bargain. So that's all I got. Clearly I'm gonna have to have broccoli for dinner, and I'll be back for that. This is like the second video in a row that I haven't worn makeup. Broccoli, I'm so hungry, and anytime I get this I feel like a kid. So can we talk about how much I hate scheduling conflicts and how much I love broccoli? We're shipped, me and broccoli, one true pairing. So it's fine. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do actually. Oh, there's literally a disaster on my floor right now. So I think I'm going to tame what's happening here, because I don't really have time this week up until I leave. So I'm gonna fold all this crap up. I hate folding clothes. My least favorite video. In my head I was thinking I should do a video, fold clothes with me. But it's my least favorite chore to do. I don't mind washing the clothes, but folding them is just like, oh, why? That's why I send so many of my clothes to dry cleaning. But anyways, it's gonna get dark soon, so I'm gonna stop talking to you. And I'm gonna read my devotional, which is Jesus Calling. I love this devotional. I read it year after year. I always get really behind and then skip forward. So I've skipped forward this year even though I missed a couple of months. I wish that they had the Jesus Calling app. That way, every day my devotional would come up as an alert, and then I'd be able to read it straight from the alert, and then I would not fall behind, because I read my Bible verse of the day every day when it comes through, and I read my dictionary word of the day every day when it comes through. So I need Jesus Calling the app version, then I won't fall behind, because this book, like, my desk gets cluttered and then I like end up moving it. But I'm never sorry when I decide to read it again. So I've been reading it, and I've been sending them to my friend Cheyenne too when I read them, because they're just really inspirational and they tie into life. They're not like, who really knows what the Bible's saying? Sometimes you're just like, I just read a lot and I understood none of it. So this like puts it in real words and relates it to life in every day. So it's amazing. So if you don't have this devotional and you're a Christian and you want it, I really suggest it. My rice is done, my tofu's done. Also, I know that my meal for this week seems super boring, but I don't feel like food always has to be like delicious. Sometimes it can just be fuel, like something that's gonna keep you full and taste pretty good. Maybe it's not like the most fantastic vegan made meal ever, but it tastes good, and it gives you energy and keeps you full so that you can focus and get done whatever you need to get done. So that's what this week's meals are. I'm actually eating the same thing for lunch and dinner, which might seem like overkill, but you know, I might have a couple client lunches pop up, so I'll get a little bit of variety here and there. And like I said, I don't have rice for lunch and dinner. I usually swap out one for sweet potato or something like that on really easy weeks like this. But yeah, until next time, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and
keep an open mind, keep an open heart, practice unconditional compassion, but don't take shit from anyone. I love you guys endlessly, and I hope you love yourselves even more. See you next time.